Good day, ma'am. I am Dashalan Sibayan from BS Criminology 2 Bravo. So, I will be discuss the fingerprint classification formula. In fingerprint classification, we have 6 classification or division, and these are primary classification, secondary classification, subsecondary classification, major classification, final classification, and K classification. In Henry Galton's system has 4 divisions, and these are primary, secondary, subsecondary, and final, while the K and major is from FBI modification and extension. So without further ado, let's begin the discussion. So I will be discuss first the primary classification, which is the sum total of the numerical values of worlds and its composite plus the pre-established fraction of the 1/1. In primary classification, we need to memorize the pairing of the fingers or in the table. Second is the assigning of the numerical values, and yung whirl lang po ang may value dito. Ito po yung mga plain arc, central pocket loop whirl, double loop whirl, and accidental whirl. Third is designating of the numerator and the denominator. Always remember that our numerator is the even numbers while denominator is the odd numbers. Our even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, while the odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And last is the summing up. Kapag nalagay na natin yung mga numerator and denominator, we need to add it. And kapag nakuha na natin lahat yon, doon na tayo magpla-plus ng 1/1. Yun na yung pre-established fraction para makuha na natin yung primary classification. Next is the secondary classification. Dito, we need to focus on the index finger. Pero kung yung katabi nila ay may nakita kang symbol ng rat pattern, which is yung radial loop, plain arc, and tented arc, yung big letter ng radial, plain arc, and tented arc, papalitan na natin ng small at itatabi natin sa nakuha nating symbol sa index finger. The definition of this is the writing of the fingerprint pattern with the corresponding symbols each name. Capital letter series concern only the index fingerprint. This is why what I said earlier that we only need to focus on the index finger. Small letters for left and right thumbed, middle ring, and little but only radial, plain arc, and tented arc are included. Third classification is the subsecondary classification. This is the ridge counting of loops and whirl tracing of whirls appearing on the index, middle, and ring fingers of both hands. Only 3 fingers can use here in subsecondary division, or we only need to focus on the index, middle, and ring finger. Next is the major classification. It is the ridge counting and whirl tracing of thumb appearing on both hands. Dito sa major classification, we can only use our thumb, pero may table din na gagamitin natin kapag yung ridge count ng left thumb natin is 16 or less. Ang gagamitin natin ay yung table 1. And kapag 17 or more naman, yung table 2 na ang gagamitin natin. Next is the final classification. The exhibition in the numerical figure of the ridge count of loops or whirls from the 2 little fingers. It is exhibited on the right upper corner of the block, and it is placed at the extreme right of the classification line. Dito sa final classification or division, sa little finger tayo magpo-focus. Kapag sa loop tas may nakalagay na ridge count, yun na yung ilalagay natin na sagot sa final classification. Kapag whirl naman, doon natin i-base yung whirl trace. Iti-trace natin, bibilangin natin kung ilang ridges yung dumaan sa line. While in K classification is derived by ridge counting of the first loop in a set of prints except in two little fingers. It is always represented as numerator and placed at the extreme left of the classification. That's the end of my discussion, ma'am. Thank you.